And we back up in this thing. Once again, this is the Did You Miss Me podcast, the best storytelling podcast in the world. If you got it, light it the fuck up right now. Yeah, if you drinking it, it's time to pour it up.
You might as well.
Hey, we should toast this. We should definitely do this thing, man.
We should definitely toast this.
Hey, look here. We're going to party like rock stars.
We're going to come like shoot. Wait, I'm sorry.
There we go. We're going to party like rock stars.
We're going to fuck like porn stars.
And we're going to come like shooting stars. Hey, this for everybody. Yeah, put it up. There it is. We in here. So, joining us today, man, is a videographer, producer, director. Oh, man. This motherfucker makes shit happen. Content creator. More Kamisha's here. And, man, you know, Fool, we in here. I think we in for a treat today. I don't know where exactly we starting at, but if I know, like I think I know, this shit finna be crazy.
More look like she got an interesting story. It looked like it looked like it's a story behind those eyes, and I'm ready to hear it. Damn, I'm ready to hear it, Bill. I am ready to hear it.
You ain't the only one. You are not the only one. Good God. Okay. You know. Again, if you haven't watched the show before, which you have, you know where we are. This is Judgment Free Zone, and we're gonna go. Hey man, hey, come on, bruh. You're tripping.
It would not be the Did You Miss Me Quarantine podcast without
like these niggas, man. They just start yelling. Like they be quiet the other parts, and they just yell out, Baja! I'm like, nigga, close the door. It's no reason. There's no reason for this. Thank you, man. Sorry, guys. There we go. Judgment Free Zone.
This shit is part of the show now.
You know what's funny? I've made guest appearances on other people's podcasts. Same shit happened, bro. Zoom. Them niggas is dying laughing at this shit. Like damn kids, bro. Go ahead, man. Do your thing. We here. Where we going to?
Yeah. So I mean, like, I'm in my 20s in Atlanta dating. That's not like hard or anything.
Hardest part about being in your 20s dating out there.
I mean, everyone, like, niggas ain't shit. Like, I really hate to say it, but like, it's really hard. It's really, really hard. I typically date like older guys when I do, but my last like situationship thing, oh god, it was so weird. So I was dating a girl for about like 5-6 months, and
wow,
it was weird because we've known each other for like a year. We met on Tinder. We knew each other for like a year. We never really did anything.
Okay, wait. Okay, wait. This is starting.
Hey, hold on, wait. Let me say this.
Yes.
Shouts out to you for using Tinder when it's really fun.
Yeah.
I'm so tired of people getting on Tinder,
bullshit,
flyers and talk about, hey, come do my show or come see my show. No. Use Tinder.
It's a dating app. I use it for dating. Like,
let's hook up. God damn it. So you met on Tinder. Walk us through this.
So yeah, we met on Tinder. She honestly really wasn't like the type I go for. She was like she was more of a stud. Like, I typically don't go for studs, but I was like, she was very like artsy. She was from New York, you know, like very artsy, very like cool, had like a style to her. And I was like, all right, like whatever.
Is this our first girl experience?
No.
Okay.
Not sexually.
But this is your first one where you are
had feelings. Yeah.
Okay.
We in here. Let's go.
Yeah. So we don't talk for like a year, basically. Like, we exchange numbers, like maybe text a little bit, but like we fall off. But she's a director. And she, I just started working at my job, really, and I was like, I want to make some shit. So I hit her up. I was like, yo, like, I want to work with you on some stuff, It never ended up falling through, but we ended up kind of like talking a little bit more than usual. And eventually we did like meet up. But like, I don't know, when I first met her, she always had her like best friend around. And she was like kind of like a more heavier set chick. Like, I didn't think she'd be into her. at all. So I was like, okay, like that's your friend, whatever, you guys live together, whatever. Because I don't date girls like that. Like I'm not looking for like any signs of anything. So, but everyone just keep that in mind. Just keep that in the back of your head. So
have a good time. You ain't looking for no whole girlfriend.
No. I didn't know what I was doing. I was like, I don't really know what I'm doing with her. I don't really know if she even likes me. Like she was just very passive with the whole like coming on to me situation. So I was just like, maybe we're just friends for the longest. Like we're always hanging out with like her and her friend. You know, like she will make like sexual comments toward me, but like she's never like acted on anything. And then like one night, she like asked me to spend the night. So I go over and I spend the night and like nothing happens. Nothing happens. We literally just sleep. And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, what the fuck? That's some bullshit. So the next night I go over.
And if you want a man that's not going to waste his time when you come over to stay at his house, give us a call. 323-385-9734. We'll get somebody over there to you. Just hold tight. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so I kind of asked her like, what's up the next day? Like, why haven't, like, I'm very confused. Like, I'm sitting here splitting tabs because I don't know where you stand with this. I don't want it to get awkward. So I'm always just like, oh, I'll take it. I'll take my half. Like, it's fine. Like, I don't want you to think this is anything more than what it is. So she's like, oh, you know, like, I really want to have like a connection with you before like we do anything, da 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 da. And I'm like, okay, I guess. Weird, right. But honestly, like that whole situation was a mess. But we end up like catching feelings for one another. Like she's like, oh my gosh, like you make me feel so great when I'm with you, da 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 da, X, Y, Z. We end up having sex finally. Jesus.
You like, bitch, I'm Roddy Rich. Let me see the box.
Well, more so she was supposed to see my box because she wasn't like a she didn't really want me to touch her. So I mean, I guess I get the whole like you want to feel something for someone before you do all that.
Right. All right, I guess.
So like this ends up like, and mind you, we're very casual. Like she just got out of a long relationship. I had just gotten out of a long relationship. It's not like either of us were really looking for anything. But you know, she came to like one of my I do like dance at a studio here. So she came to one of my like shows, like, you know, she met like a lot of my friends, a bunch of stuff. And one day when we're going out to brunch, I get this really weird message from the girl that she used to live with. And she was like, just so you know, so-and-so doesn't really like you. She's just using you to get to people in Atlanta. She thinks you're shallow with no depth and like all this shit. She took screenshots of like our conversations. And my nudes were in there, mind you. So this bitch now has my fucking nudes. I was just like, what the fuck? And mind you, I'm just like, I don't really care if you have a thing with her too. I mean, she's kind of a hit in my opinion, like she's ugly, but I mean, if you do have a thing with her, like I just told her, I told her straight up, I was like, yo, get your bitch. Like, I don't want to deal with this shit. I don't care. Like, I don't care what the fuck y'all got going on. I'm not a part of this. Like, I really don't care. So I just kind of let that be.
And the bitch got a hit anyway.
I was impressed. I was like, she's ugly. Period.
Right.
What the hell? This is crazy. Right.
Yeah, so that happened and I just kind of like disregard it. But I mean, I keep it in the back of my head because she had been telling me things about her, like she's crazy. Like her family had kicked her out because she like fucked her sister's like husband or something. I don't know, something wild like that. I don't know. So she got like kicked out from where she was staying in New York, like moved down to Atlanta and like lived with her. It was just a mess. She was like, yeah, she's always like threatening to kill herself, like all this shit. Like the girl I was talking all this shit about the bitch that is saying that she's talking all this shit about me. And I'm like, wow, this is a lot. Like, this is a lot. So I was just like, all right, whatever. We stay talking or whatever. And then she has like this family emergency back in North Carolina, which is where she like, her family's living now. And she goes up there, and all of a sudden I am blocked on everything.
Wow.
Every fucking thing. I was like, and mind you, at this point we're talking for like 5-6 months. That's like,
You know,
not that she was my girlfriend, but like
stuff you just shouldn't have to deal with. We understand. Look,
You know what? This shit.
it wasn't ever that deep. Like,
No, I feel you. I feel you. And that's how it be sometimes. You feel like, why are we even doing this? You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna do this with you. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you about my first lesbian situation more.
hold on. Before you do that, don't go nowhere. We'll be right back right after this. Yo, to the best podcast in the whole wide world, best storytellers, we want to give you this right here. An award for being the best fans that we got. Come on over to patreon.com/Did You Miss Me podcast and make sure you support us. Join us over there. As well as, get all the new merchandise we got. Did You Miss Me podcast.com. New merchandise. You see it. Take it in, bitches. We all up in this thing. Exclusive content. Only on patreon.com. We black owned. We back up in this thing. We meet here. We know this is the Did You Miss Me podcast, best storytelling podcast in the world. Kevin Damn Fool Simpson up in this thing. More Kamisha. Hey, look. So you got a lesbian experience, right? That you finna tell us about?
Yeah, here's the thing. So I was dating a young lady named Ashley. I met her while I was doing comedy. I was doing a show in Nashville and met her at the show. She was a real good person. You know what I'm saying? We found out we had a few mutual friends. And so I was like, oh, okay, well, this is cool. We hung out a couple times, right? So we started fucking around. Now, I'm normally, especially when it's like long distance and I done met you on the road, it's kind of like, I keep in touch as I come through, you know what I'm saying? Like, just being honest, I call you when I'm in town, you know what I'm saying? Or I call you when I'm coming to town 2 weeks before or a week before, you know what I'm saying? Or, there's some people that it's like, I keep in touch with, regardless of whether I'm in town or not. So the way this started out like somebody I would just hit up when I got in town, it grew into somebody I would contact when I wasn't in town. From there to me even talking about, hey, how can we be, more in the same place? Like, I'm really into this girl at this point, and I'm ready to make it do something serious.
Do something.
Yeah, I'm at that age where I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I've been running these streets for a long time. It's about time, you know what I'm saying? I stopped shooting craps with my life and go lock something down. So, I'm having a good, everything's cool. Everything's working. So I go spend a couple weeks in Nashville. Like, this is the plan for me to spend a couple weeks there, just see what it's like being around each other more and more, So I go spend a couple weeks there. One day, I'm waiting for her to come home, I think, from work. And it's getting like late, you know what I'm saying? So, I ain't tripping because I'm like, it is what it is. She'll be here, blah, blah, blah. So then we started looking around the 1 o'clock area, you know what I'm saying? For somebody to get off around 7:38, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, it ain't even Friday. Fuck is going on? So, long story, it's like the whole night goes me looking, me calling, trying to find her, calling. I get no answer. So the next day, I get a call from the girl. She's telling me she's on her way to the house. Cause I'm at her house. I'm in Nashville at her crib. She's like, I'm on my way home. I see you in a second. I'm like, what the fuck? She show up at the crib. She with her mama. She got a whole story about how she got locked up because she got into a fight and the police having to pull her over and blah, 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 who up the bed. So the story not making sense because I'm like, you got into a fight with somebody and then the police found you down the road and pulled you over and took you to jail. What? Like, I'm confused. So I'm trying to figure it all out. It's not making no sense to me, but I don't give a fuck because I fucking like the girl, and I'm like, whatever the fuck happened, bitch, it happened. Maybe you was trying to have that one last rendezvous before you decide to go down this path with me. Whatever. I'm past it. Let's move on. So everything's fine. We keep it moving. So right, this motherfucker go to the store or some shit, and I get a call on my phone from her phone. And I'm like, the fuck is going on? And all I hear in the back is, give me my phone. Give me my phone. Give me my goddamn phone. Stop playing. Don't do that. Don't do that. Give me my phone. So I'm like, hello? So I'm like, Ashley. Ashley. I'm steady calling her name. She not saying that. So then I hear this voice. Hey, what's up, my nigga? I was just like, hello? Because it's like, it sound like a nigga, but it sound like the softest nigga I ever talked to in my life. Like this nigga babes and baby oil. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, it's just something soft about this nigga's voice. It's just like, no matter how tough he was and kept trying to be, I just couldn't figure it out. So I'm like, whatever. So I'm like, yo, what's up? I am saying, my nigga, stay the fuck away from my girl, bro. So now I'm feeling like I'm on, goddammit, the Mace album from fucking 98, where that nigga was like, stay away from my girl, B. Because this is how this nigga talking to me. Hey, man, look, just stay the fuck away from her. I see your number all through her phone and shit. Y'all be calling and texting pictures. You got your dick all through the phone. I was like, hey, man, look, all I'm saying, hey, look, all that shit dead now, bro. I was like, okay. I said, who is this? Hey, look, that ain't even none of your business. That ain't even none of your business. So I keep hearing her saying a name, like she keeps saying Liana or some shit like that, like it, and some shit I keep hearing her say. And then so I hear the nigga say, "This is Lee, nigga," and that's when I fucking figured it out, because I heard her say one more time, "Come on, Liana, stop playing." Hey, stop calling me that, first of all. Then she gets back on the phone. Hey, this is Lee, nigga. So I was like, hey, Lee, can I ask you a question? What's up, nigga? I said, no disrespect, but do you have a vagina? Lee said, fuck is that supposed to mean? I said, you know what the fuck I mean. I said, do you have a vagina? Is there a split between your legs? I just need to know. I said, that's all I'm asking. I said, it's no disrespect, and to our lesbian viewers out there or whatever, women viewers, it was no disrespect. I just needed to know. So she says, nigga say, hey man, look, my nigga, just know this. I said, so are you a girl? No, I damn sure ain't no girl. Okay. All right. I see where
if you ain't a girl, then what is you?
I say, look here, fam. I said, I don't do this with real men. I'm damn sure not finna do it with a nigga with a man costume on. So,
lady dude.
I said, it's not finna happen. I said, I'm not finna I don't argue with real motherfucking men over women. So I'm
you should have said, shut up before you get fucked.
Yeah, I'm not gonna argue with a nigga in a man costume. So what you need to do, I was like, you can put Shorty on the phone and let me talk to her, or you can leave me the fuck alone. This motherfucker kept calling me back, bro. I'm talking about every 2 or 3 minutes, I'm getting a call. Like every time I hang up, right back.
Lesbians are crazy. They're fucking crazy.
Yeah.
So, my bad. We back in there. So I keep getting calls from this girl over and over. So now, at this point, I start getting disrespectful because I'm getting pissed because I told you to leave me alone. I asked you to leave me alone. So now I know the one and only way to totally disrespect this woman when he calls me back, I say, hey, look here, little girl. Let me tell you something. Hey, bro, stop calling me. Hey, look, lady, let me tell you something. Hey, bro, go on with that bullshit, man. I'm I'm like, hey man, look, I'm being honest with you, ma'am. I ain't got time for this. You know what I'm saying? I said, I respect you and what you do. You know what I'm saying? I damn sure wouldn't want to get into a pussy eating contest with you, but I'm not finna argue with you over this woman. I said, obviously you like her. I like her too. I said, and what me and usually do is we decide what we're gonna do. Either you gonna keep fucking with her or you gonna move on. I said, you don't really bother me. I said, so I don't give a fuck. I said, you can stick around if you want to. When she get tired of me destroying her vagina and she want to come over there and let you, lick it back in place, that's fine with me. I don't have a problem with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, you might get tired of this.
That's why his name is Damn Fool.
You might get tired of this meat stick every day. You might want to go over there and get late. Hey, I get it.
Like the stick talk.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm not finna argue with you, young lady, over this other vagina. You know what I'm saying? I said, you're selfish because you got one and don't want to share another one that don't even belong to you. You got your own. Man, if you like pussy that much, look down, bitch.
Hey, I'm just enjoying the fact of laughing at all this shit that is happening. So, like, all right, that's nuts, fool. But more like, was that the end? Was that the end of the situation?
No,
like, you was done with him? Was you done with him?
Let me tell you where the shit gets deeper. Now, here's where people stop believing the story, right? Because I say, okay, whatever, man. So now the whole story comes out about the jail shit. Apparently, they was at the house, and she went through her phone and saw the shit that I texted her, and saw me, the text, and found out I was in town. So they got into a fight. They got into a full-on fight. She didn't beat the goddamn gay girl up. I'm talking about beat her senseless. Now this bitch on the phone telling me she gonna whoop my ass if I don't leave this bitch alone. But this bitch that beat her half out her brains. Like she done down there beat her brains out, and she telling me she gonna beat me up. So I'm like, okay. Come to find out, she didn't beat the girl up, got arrested because the girl called the police. The police come and get my girl, lock her up, take her car because she drunk, you know what I'm saying? And she got a loaded pistol in the car. So they take her to jail. Her mama comes and get her out, you know what I'm saying? She tells me she got into a fight with some random bitch on the way home from work. You know what I'm saying? Which made no sense. Like, bitch, would you stop at Starbucks and just got into a boxing match? Then the police came and found you? Get your ass out here. Like, you're talking to a nigga that run the streets. You sound stupid. So I'm like, okay, that's the story with that. So now she starts telling me, and I want you to know that you only one of a couple funny men that she fuck with. So the bitch starts sending me screenshots of other comedians that this chick that fucked with or fucks with at the time. And like, I'm like, oh, wow, this is getting deep. So she started sending me different screenshots with names and pictures and blah, blah, blah. Like, yeah, so-and-so and so-and-so and this and that. And I'm like, hey, listen. I said, now, see, this is how I know you're a girl. I said, because you're in your feelings right now. I was like, because let me tell you something. I said, because you done picked the wrong nigga. I said, don't none of this bother me. I've been doing comedy 10 years. I know goddamn when I pop up in these cities and these women be talking to me and they be talking about how they love comedy and oh my God, and you wind up in my dressing room and then you wind up in my hotel room and you keep saying, I've never done this before. I know goddamn well that 6 other comedians have been here in the last 6 weeks that might have came through here and might have touched you, which is why I am the way I am, you know what I'm saying? When I'm with these people, it's like, come on, man, I'm not gonna listen to this story. So she telling me all this shit and I'm like, okay, now, don't get me wrong. I'm fronting because I'm hurt. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But I gotta let her.
You care about the little
I care about this one. This ain't just some girl I'm fucking with no more. It didn't get past that, you know, because I'm the type of nigga, if I'm dating, I'm dating. If I'm in a relationship, I'm in that motherfucker. But if I'm not, I'm all over the place. You know what I'm saying? So in this particular situation, I done cut everything off and linked to everything's done. I'm focused. You know what I'm saying? So when these text messages start coming through, nigga, my heart
It's the niggas that you found out about that hurt your feelings, not the girl.
That'd be the part. That'd be the worst thing.
So wait a minute. Let me ask you a question. Hold on. Let's ask a woman. So like, in this moment where you hear what he's saying, like, did it bother you that she was telling you this shit at all? Was there emotional core more when you heard what you heard from the other chick? Or was it more like you really didn't give a fuck?
I'm a different type of person. But I mean, like, I was just like, I felt violated as far as trust goes, like, as far as my conversations and like those pictures that were in there. I was like, wow, like, if she really did do this, that's fucked up. But so I mean,
she was showing the other chick, like, look how I got this bitch going.
Yeah, that was my issue. But I like, did I necessarily care if, you know, she was messing with someone else? Like, no. I knew I didn't want a relationship. I knew she didn't want a relationship. We were like, we just made each other feel good, and I was perfectly good with that. And I still wanted to like party until God knows whatever, and, you know, be out with my friends and not have to worry about anyone. So like, that's where I was. Like, I was like, I don't really care. Just tell me the fucking truth. Like, there's no reason to lie to me because I don't care. But like, if you lie to me, like,
it makes you feel like there's no what the fuck was that about?
Yeah, like
you didn't ask for the responsibility that comes with a relationship. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so like, just tell me the fucking truth. Like, it's not that deep.
So was that the end of y'all saga? You know, was that it, or does this shit get deeper?
No, so like, I found out I was blocked or whatever, and I was like, what the fuck? I was blocked on both of my pages because I have a page for dance too, and like my regular page. So I was like, what the fuck? Like, that's so weird. I ended up like sending her a message through like my laptop because it like goes through as like my email, instead of, yeah. So I was just like, I'll just be like, 'cause she had just like gone through a death in her family. So I was just like, I don't really know like what I did to like set you off, like da 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 da, like I'm really sorry, wish you the best, like so then I get a response back from her. She's like, what are you talking about? Is this really Deomour? Like, she was like, she's also like mentioned she has a crazy ex who she's gone into credit card debt for, like was mad abusive toward her, like all this shit. And I was just like, so of course I'm sitting here like believing her, like, oh, maybe like her ex really like did all this shit. But I'm also like, how did she know about my other page? Because no one knows about my fucking other page. So she's like, yeah, like Nivea, like she showed up. Oh shit, I really just said her name. So-and-so went to the funeral and we hung out a little bit, and I guess she like blocked you while I was in the shower or something. And I'm just like, I'm hearing all the, and like saying this back, I'm like, wow, I'm an idiot. But I was like, well, that sounds really crazy and weird and da 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 da. Eventually she comes back. And I'm like sick when she comes back. I'm like sick in bed for like a week or something. And she doesn't try to see me. She's like, oh, you're sick, I want to stay away from you, okay, whatever. And I'm like, yo, can you like unblock me? Like, I don't understand why I'm still blocked on shit. And she was like, oh, she changed all my passwords, like I don't have access to my shit, da 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 da. I'm like, well, that's weird, okay. So I'm like, you know what, I don't believe you anymore. I'm like, I'm not buying this shit. So I make a different account and I go to her shit because it's not private, and she has access to all her shit. She's just fucking bullshitting me for whatever reason. And I'm just like, you're the fucking one who sat there and sent me paragraph texts about how much you like me, about how you want a connection with me, about how no one else makes you feel this way. For no reason. When I told you I didn't want shit.
Come on back. Yeah, keep going.
I told you I didn't want shit. And now you're sitting here trying to make me look like a goddamn fool? For what? For fucking what? I literally was next to you and telling you about niggas that I fucked. Like, I had no fucking shame. Like, we were fucking, I was fucking him, I was fucking her. It didn't matter to me. Like, if you wanted to like be with somebody else, like, you wouldn't have to do all this shit. It was just stupid. I was like, so I found that shit out, and this, like, I saw that shit. I texted her. I was like, yo, like, I'm good on you. Like, I'm straight.
Yeah.
And she sent me this long fucking ass paragraph about how she's just like, I'm just not ready for anything right now, and da 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 da. I just got out of a relationship, which I did too.
Yeah.
I was just
keep going. Just let it out.
She was just like, it's not that I'm not into you, like, you're probably perfect, and I might, you know, be on the road for a minute, like just like finding myself. And I'm just sitting there like, is this bitch fucking serious? Like, does she think I'm eating her shit off the fucking ground?
Right.
What is going on? Because this is the most bullshit excuse I've ever heard.
And that's why you need to come on back. We want you to come on back to this dick. We want you to come back to this dick right now. We want you, or Kamisha. We don't want you to stay out there worrying about the candy liquors. Hey, man, we want you to come on back.
I will say back sex in my life, and it's probably why I believe the shit for a while. But
yeah.
Now, see, what you have to understand, sister, what's happening right now is an altar call.
Yeah. We want you to come back to the dick. We know you come over here to the Did You Miss Me podcast. We will get somebody over there to you. We will call. We will put it. We're doing a call right now. What's your Instagram? Say it.
At More Kamisha.
At More Kamisha. We want you guys to go over there. We want you to like. We want you to heart eyes. We want you to wet. We want you to eggplant. We want you to comment, and I want you to slide. I want you to, fellas. I'm calling you right now. We said we'll get somebody. We need you to get somebody over there to More Kamisha because she needs to know she ain't got a reason to go over there. That's the same shit you can get with a dick with a pulse. Hey man, you can get a dick.
There's no reason.
But can you
for you to be over there dealing with that plastic thing?
Wait. Say what happened? Say what happened? So what happened?
Can you fuck me and eat my pussy at the same time?
Oh, we'll get somebody over there to you. Don't you go nowhere. More Did You Miss Me shit. Stay right there. Don't you go nowhere. Don't you go nowhere. We'll be hey now.
Can you
we gotta have an after show after this. We'll be right back. We gotta take a break. Ooh, good God.
Good Lord.
Goodness gracious almighty.
I'm about to take this hoodie off.
We need that. Okay, so wait, what happened? So the first time she put the strap on you, what happened?
The first time she put the strap on me, it was with a white strap, and it didn't really feel that great. It felt like meh. But the next time she fucked me was with a black strap on, and I was like, this just feels more right. I don't know why.
So it wasn't bigger or nothing?
No, I asked her, I was like, is that one bigger? And she was like, no. And I was like, it just feels better.
It just made sense.
It just made sense. Like, I didn't even know the color, like, at all. I was just like, is this one bigger? And she was like, no. And I was like, oh, maybe it's just because it's black.
Oh, well, okay, I see why. That is hilarious.
And we back up in this thing. Man, this has been a hellified day today. We got a great one we got on you. She's gonna stick around and do an after show.
There's a young man that we speak about a lot on this podcast who goes by the name of Chris Smokey Jones. And we quote this young man a lot because he has some of the most amazing quotes in the world.
Give him some.
And one of the most amazing quotes he told me, and I've heard him say this many times, and I'm gonna say it to you more. You can go over there with that strap on, but that strap on can't get up. That dildo can't get up in the morning and take the garbage out. That dildo can't get up in the morning and cook your breakfast. That dildo can't ask you for half of your income tax check and tell you he gonna flip it and always let you down.
It's Atlanta, so it might.
Yeah, buddy. Yes. So we're glad that you're back. We want you back. We want you to stay on this side over here.
Yeah, stay on this side of the fence.
Stay on it. We're gonna get somebody over there to you. They might have to jump
I've been
through.
like riding both sides during this quarantine. Like I'm on like a purely like lesbian app, but I'm also on like regular apps, like looking for like both. So I'm just kind of like whoever kind of, sparks me first.
Yeah, wherever it gets interesting at. I feel.
Yeah.
But yeah, so far like I haven't found. I feel like with girls I'm much pickier.
Look, Bill. And so what apps are these?
I'm on Hinge. That's another thing about her. I think she fucking like banned me from Tinder. I think she like reported me or some shit because it was just weird. It all happened at the same time. Like I couldn't get on. So yeah, if you guys ever see me on Tinder, it's not me because I'm fucking banned.
Hilarious.
Yeah, so like I was like, well, I guess I have to find some other dating app to use. You can't get through to Tinder's like customer service, none of that shit. It could have been her, it could have been a nigga that I hurt their feelings, I don't know. But it just, the fact that I was like, all right, well, let me.
So
get back
the
on a
dude
dating app.
that came right after that, what happened with that? How did you came back? You said
Yeah, I came back.
What was that? Walk us through that. Take us through that.
Walk us through that journey back home.
Back home, he was nice, and
How'd you meet him?
I met him on Hinge, but like we had already followed each other on Instagram.
Fuck is my? Hey, let me get my phone.
And I mean, he was fine or whatever. Like he was really fine. Like built like 6'5". Like I was like, oh my god, my husband. And then we had sex, and then I realized the motion in the ocean is a lie, cause yeah, it just wasn't it. It just wasn't it.
Mm. Yeah, it's only a few chosen few that have that dick that fits like a glove. And
yeah, no, so realistically, I haven't had good sex since probably like January. So
let me tell you a secret.
Wow.
When you dealing with that tall man, what you got is
you got a lot of
you got a problem with gravity. You know what I'm saying? And the gravitational pull, because it's so much, you know, it's so far down to go. It's such a swoop, you know what I'm saying? Whereas if you'd have turned that 6'5" around and made it 5'6", if you hear what I'm saying, you would have had somebody
I feel like the swoop should, he was like a bodybuilder. Like
somebody who had a lower center of gravity, as they call it.
I just don't think his equipment was gonna reach where he needed to.
See, hey, yep.
That'll do it.
It was a disappointment. It was a disappointment. And then we went under lockdown and I was like, damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
Right now I'm finna give a call out to all my short fellas out there. All of y'all out there that's under 5'9". What I want you to do is I want you to flood this woman's DM.
I'm 5'6". I'm 5'6", just for everyone.
Listen, let us know why it's a blessing to be a short guy.
Let her know. Yeah.
But if you're not even that big of a pervert, for this one day, be a pervert. Slide your dick into her DM with the paper towel roll next to it, and let her know why it's good being a little guy.
I have a whole video on dick pics on how we don't want unsolicited ones, so please don't.
They coming. Let me tell you something. This fan base is marching with the likes. They marching with it. They are coming to show you as a legion.
You can't
legion of doom.
Can't deflect dick pics, then get mad when the dick you get ain't what you wanted. Because I could have shown.
I don't want to see it. I want to feel it. I don't care.
You said what? Say it again.
I said I don't want to see it. I want to feel it. So.
Okay, we're gonna get somebody over there to you. Just hold tight. Hold tight. We're gonna get somebody over there to you.
Oh my goodness.
Siri, pull up Hinge profile. Open Hinge app.
Siri, book plane ticket.
It's like $12 flight.
Siri, Airbnb. Siri.
Alexa, flights from LA to Atlanta.
Nigga, you got somewhere to stay, nigga. We come over, bring over to the house. We all have a party.
Hey man, listen.
She gonna wake up the 96 Bull. The 96 Bull. She wake them up. Hey, you know when you wake up the 96 Bull. Hey, when you put the call out tonight, you don't want that. We call Didi, we get Coco.
We ain't had our last dance yet.
We ain't had our last dance yet. We still active. We still signed. We don't know what you.
We still winning championships out here in these streets.
Hey, all you got to do is say this right here.
Release the Kraken.
Say it again.
Hey, listen.
Release the Kraken.
Listen. If you still got that 323 Batman symbol I sent you definitely got to put that over here somewhere.
I feel like I need that. I feel like I need it in like the eggplant emoji.
Yeah, you need to put that symbol up.
Purple pickle.
Purple pickle up. Hey, look, that's what we need to put on our page. Put the symbol up on the page as a post, a picture, and the name, and get them over there too.
Get them over there too, man.
We got a chick that's in Chicago. She called me out of nowhere on the line, on the 323 line. So I get them calls and shit. She was like, I need to tell you something. This is what's going on. I'm going to just cut right to the chase. I need somebody to get over here to me. But I need two somebodies. I need two men who not going to kill me afterwards. I want to get fucked by two men right now, very aggressively. But I don't want to die. I just want them to fuck me good, slap me around. But don't kill me. I'll even let you rob me. I was like, bitch, you say you know, just for role play. For role play. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
I mean, I feel her.
So if you had a good two-piece combination, it could happen. Okay. You just don't want to get robbed. A bitch want to come. A bitch don't want to die.
Like, I'm trying to come real hard, but I ain't trying to leave.
But you gotta make sure you ain't in that impregnable stage, because you know you got them school shooters over here. It's
Listen, let me say something. One thing now, here's the thing. You talked about how the girl was talking about the other girl had cut off all of her, like blocked all that. Now the chick I was talking about, she actually did this. She blocked, because like I'm wondering why I can't get through to shorty after all of this is over. I'm trying to call her, I'm trying to hit her on Facebook and all this different shit at the time. And like nothing's going through simply because shorty that went in her phone, blocked me on everything. I'm talking about social media, messaging, WhatsApp, nigga, anything she could find, Google Home, anything where I could possibly contact her, she had cut all that shit off. She found my Google number, cut that shit off, shut that down. Like, I couldn't get through to this woman if I wanted to. She had her locked down like a
messenger pigeon.
Nigga, it was ridiculous. I was like, this is crazy. I have never dealt with a situation. I've never dealt with a situation like that before, like in my life, with a woman that was that aggressive. And like, so shorty was telling me the same thing. And I'm like, well, you've never had, you find all of this stuff crazy. And same thing to you. It's like, you find it all crazy because you used to dealing with men and we just don't go that far. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't give a fuck how hurt I am. I'm not finna call your friends and be like, she ain't shit. She shouldn't have did this to me. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not finna go to your job and try to get you fired. I'm not finna, you know what I'm saying, tell niggas you ain't shit. I'm not finna, man, I done seen women do some crazy shit. I know a girl who was mad at a nigga, you know what I'm saying, because he cheated. And he was a comedian. And this bitch made flyers. She made flyers that said that this nigga was a cheating dog and he liked for people to put their finger in his butt. I said, get the fuck out of here. And she put these flyers on everybody's car at all the clubs. No, he was a party promoter. He was a fucking party promoter. And she put these flyers on all of his goddamn, like every club, and it would be at every club he did, every party we went to, it would be flyers out there like this.
No, that's really toxic.
This nigga Laughing Larry like to get fingers put up his ass, you know what I'm saying? That's what threw me off, because he had a comedy ass name, but he was a party promoter, nigga. And that nigga, she would put flyers on cars. Like, I've never seen people go as far as I've seen some women go.
That's a different type of fuck over for you to go there.
Back.
Yeah, that's doing a lot. I just personally could never care about someone that deeply again. To like want to slander them publicly, like you have to care a lot, and I just refuse to give people the satisfaction that I give a shit about them.
Yeah, you know, there's a lot of stories that I've heard, my friend, and you know, to get on the show, you got to have a story, and everybody has a story that says they got it, they can tell it.
You know what I liked about today's story, Billo?
What you like about it?
It's been a long time since I had a heartfelt story, and I don't know if you noticed, like I do.
Yeah, you need to tell somebody that story.
That story right there, she's been waiting to get off her chest.
She been needing to get off her chest. She's got others. She's got others. She's got one that's like it's like the Batman saga. And you know, I would just be so honored if she would bless us with it, because it'd take us out of here with it. Because I feel like she's family now. She's definitely gonna be back. So it's not like this is a one and off thing.
We will see each other again.
Yeah. Well, first, that's a long story. It's a very long story too. It's just like,
Come on, you with friends, you with fam. It's us.
I know, but
We'll leave his name out.
but everyone would know who it is.
Probably not. And
Yeah,
a lot of people would just be like, hey, you know,
People
you
who
can just
know me.
you can leave out certain. Yeah. You know, I think people would just appreciate to hear the story. I feel like you could take out the proximity of where and when and more just give us the nuts and bolts.
I mean,
And
or we could just wait until I date someone else. So they think I'm talking about someone else.
You got it. Oh, it's a good one. Golly, it's a good one. It's a good one. We need it. Hey, listen, I've never begged for a story so bad on my own podcast, but this one, nigga, this one is like, nigga, Christopher Nolan movie, nigga. This shit is like, it's like that, nigga. And it's someone else that's dealing with this that needs to know that this is what's out there. Cause it's like, hey, I always tell people all the time, hey, if you don't want people to hear about it, shouldn't have did it. Wife get mad at me, I would say, hey man, you did it. What you want me to do? Not tell them? I already had to live through it. I ain't gonna be mad. I'm gonna forgive you, but you know where it's going.
Telling me that woman down there in that box beneath us is two different people. Is that what you're telling me?
I'm telling you that this woman right here in this box has something so fire, nigga. So fire of a story that when she starts, we gonna have to go into overtime. In fact, if she decides to give us this story, I would dedicate a whole episode to it, and we would just let her go because this one, it needs no interruptions. And I would love to present and introduce it and just set it up. And it's called.
Okay. Can we go through some logistics first?
Okay, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna pause for the cause, and this could be continued, and it will be in just a minute. You need to join Patreon.com to hear this story right now. Join right now.
You can't get this on YouTube. It ain't gonna happen.
You can't get this on regular YouTube. This is only for people on Patreon. Only for people who are coming to pay to see this shit because it's fucking fire. So I'm gonna leave you right here, and I'm gonna leave you with this part ago. Because I forgot to tell you about the shit that happened. It's weird. All right, so when I was working at Denny's in Mo City, there was a cook that worked there. Her name was Fry. Fry was the first lesbian real stud that I ever knew as a person. Real person. Look, she was dark skinned, tatted up, all tattoos. She had a sleeve in '98, bro. So this was before that shit was even cool. A cut, taper fade, cool, had money, fresh, little skinny little bitch named Fry. Fry was a cook. Fry was a bus boy. Fry did everything. This bitch had a dope car. She was just like, she was a nigga. And she was like, man, Billy, man, let me tell you how I be fucking these hoes. You know what I fuck these hoes with? What you got? And she reached over and grabbed my dick. She's like, okay, you got a little something. And I didn't get mad. It's a stud. I worked there, so it's a lot of grab ass going on at the job. A lot of titty and ass grabbing when you waiting tables as a 17-year-old with a bunch of women and shit. So the stud grabbed my dick. I'm like, at that point, I'm like, bitch, I'm hung. Grab it. Yeah, you see what's happening. You see what's happening. I feel like, bitch, I'll bring you back. You unbring backable, I think, but I could bring you back if I had to. She was like, let me show you what I got. This bitch went and got her backpack. And I always wondered what was in her backpack. And then, a few times I was like, it's a gun in that backpack because the way it's lumped up. She went in that backpack, nigga, and pulled out a little thing, pulled some Velcro back, and it was like in the sheath pocket. And she was just like, this is what I hit them hoes with. None of you niggas got this. Pull your dick out right now and show me you get this long. And so the girls start going crazy like, ooh, nigga, the dick was like this big, nigga. And if you got a dick
I don't know
big,
who wants that. I don't know who
it was on some unbelievable shit, and the shit lit up. It was like that. You remember when you know that white that when you turn the light off, it glows, like it charges up and glows in the dark? It was that color white, but when you flip the lights off, the shit was glowing green. I was like, hey man, but you gonna put somebody eye out with that. You gonna bust somebody's lungs.
Okay, with an alien ass dick? Like, what the fuck?
Let me tell you something. If you got a dick like that, that motherfucker is soft as hell at the end. Like that motherfucker mushy.
So the crazy part is she tells me one night, she was like, man, you need to come out to the club with me. You need to come out to the club with me. And I'm like, where we going? She's like, we're going to Metropolis. Now in Houston, in the mid 90s to late 90s, Metropolis had the longest running Thursday night, ladies night in the city. Thursday night Metropolis was like my first time seeing like bad adult bitches that was like fucking it with the shit. Cause you know, when you like 17, 18, you go to the club and then you just at the club. It's still like people that you knew from school. Right. This was like, I'm getting dressed up. It's a thing. It's lightweight cosplay, how we getting so dressed up and dolled up. Cause we're gonna pop pills and we're gonna get drunk and we're gonna fuck some of these niggas and leave with somebody. Like that was my first real, like, it's really like a thing. Like, yeah, nigga, you on your shit, you gonna fuck these bitches that's here tonight. So she takes me there. We in line. She was like, now normally I wasn't popular yet like that. I'm used to waiting in the line to get in a club. She was like, nah, we ain't waiting in no line. Hell nah, we worked too hard for that, my nigga. So I'm walking with her. She got her Hawaiian shirt on. I got my Hawaiian shirt on. I had a blue Hawaiian shirt on, some seashell necklace, a seashell anklet, some white K-Swiss, some cargo khaki shorts, a wife beater, and I had some cooler see-through blue glasses. My hair was curled back. You couldn't tell me shit.
And you going to a party full of bitches on ecstasy pills.
Man, listen. The stud, she got on the same shit, but she got the khaki Hawaiian shirt on, wife beater, titties pressed down. She had a dope ass flat though. She had a dope ass flat gold chain. That shit was flat. That shit was hard. Had a dope ass coin in it, a Colombian coin in that motherfucker. She was, hey boy, it wasn't a Rolex watch she had. It was a gold watch, but the bitch had diamonds.
What's a flat? A herringbone?
Yeah, it's like, okay, a flat, there's two flats. A flat, you would be the chain that's like thin and thick. You know what I'm saying? That goes around.
Okay.
And then a flat piece is just like a gold bullion or a gold coin or a gold something or a gold pendant with diamonds around it that would go on a chain. So it would be piece and chain, or I got a flat. And that bullion could be decorated with like gold laid on top of the gold coin. And I even seen niggas, you know, they get a gold coin and then they get a gold pendant piece put on it and it's bolted in and then you wearing that gold coin. It's like, it's just a thing niggas was doing in Texas. It was like some lightweight Mexican cartel looking at shit, but that's what she had. So we go in there and so this was crazy. We get in there, we get to drinking. The drink's $1.75. So we drinking, we getting fucked up. We see these two girls, we start fucking with the girls. Huh? No, nigga, this just was the club. This 98. 9899, nigga. Like, that's how much drinks cost. $1.75. So we in there, we fucked up. She older, so she getting the drinks. I got an X on my hand, but who the fuck checking? They don't give a fuck. We in there partying. We in there. So, man, we see two girls. We start dancing with them. The girls end up leaving, and they was like, we gonna catch up with y'all later. So, all right, cool. One of the girls look Puerto Rican. The other girl, she just look light-skinned. And they talking about, that's my sister. I'm like, man, bitch, y'all ain't real sisters, but I feel where you're going with what you're trying to do tonight. So they come back toward the end of the night, and they was like, we going to eat at IHOP or what's up? In the same parking lot of Metropolis right there off Richmond is a IHOP and a Denny's right across the street from each other. So we go to the little Denny's. We sit up in that motherfucker. We chilling. We eating. And we work at Denny's, so we get an employee discount. Not that Denny's, but we go to another Denny's. So we get an employee discount. The food ended up being like $38. So, nigga, we 15'd up and bought all that. And then them hoes had T-bone steaks with the discount. Nigga, we was doing it. So, man, like, then the girl says, let's go back to our apartment. And I was like, all right, I'm down to go. So we go to the girl's apartment. We get up in there. You know, apartment kind of cool. Before I go in the bathroom, she was like, I'll be right back. She come back, the girls is already dancing on each other. They got a little stripper pole in their little apartment. And so they dancing, they giving us lap dancing. And so Fry sitting there dancing. You know what I mean? All of a sudden, out of nowhere, she say, "Oh, fuck." And she jumps up, runs in the bathroom. I was like, I don't know what she doing. So I'm out there. I'm going hard. I'm out there. They drunk. I'm drunk. We feeling it. I go knock on the door. I say, "Hey, Fry, what's up? You good? You good?" Say, "Bruh, hey, man, just hold it down out there." Out of nowhere, Fry just leaves. I'm in there by myself. I don't know what's going on, but I don't give a fuck. I'm in there. I start fucking with them both. Whole night go by. It go down. I leave. The next morning, I get up. I had to call for a ride because she drove. I ain't even drive. I got a ride. My boy Kendall picked me up, took me back to Mo City. I got to go to work. I was like, shit, I need to go by my crib real quick, grab me a change of clothes. I get my change of clothes. I pull up at the job. I walk in there. Who do I see? Fry. And I'm like, man, damn. You left last night. What happened, bro? And out of the back, one of the cooks yelled out, she must have got on her period. And Fry looked me dead in my eyes and she said to me, "Did you miss me? God damn." Took their ass around the world and dropped their ass off. Yeah, if you want to see the story that Moore got for you, you got to come back and check this out. We got a special story. It's only for Patreon. And it's about to go down. We'll be back right after this. More DJ Mitchell podcasts if you come to Patreon. That's what we doing. We'll see you next time.